you get my number. Àwọn yẹn address. Nígbà ní owó ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wá sí ọ̀dọ́ fún tó jẹ nígbà tí òun bá ti wọlé jẹ ó bá 2 months péré ó kéré 2 months alábàtà ó sọ bóyá 40 àbí 50 ló jẹ́ 4 months ló jẹ́ lórí 30,000 4 months. Zuma ní láwọn ọmọ owó agbá ìgbìmọ̀ èyí báńkì àwọn ọ̀nà ń gbà wọlé tó máa mọ̀ pé mílíọ̀nù tó wọlé lóṣù rírì wọ́n mọ̀ pé owó agbá ti báńkì 6 million company báyìí àwọn ní consider.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome once again to the program. This is City Stand and Michael Adekunle. The 18th of September 2025, we are here reaching you all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, specifically Ogba Newsstand. I have a respondent here with me this morning, as well as the viewers too. Like you say on the program, both the viewers and reviewers are all reviewers. They are all analysts. Emmanuel Oguyo all the way from the house. Say good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. I also have Gladys Oyebo at the stand with us here. We say good morning to you, Gladys. You're welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from United States of America. We have Gunnar Kingsley all the way from Madrid. We say good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning. Jacob Biya is watching us. Thank you. Abdul Daniel in the United Kingdom. Thank you for joining us. Go on, Abdul in Asorok. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have Tarimola Joseph. We say good morning to you. You're welcome. Ezewata Liverpool, all the way from Liverpool. Thank you for joining us this Thursday morning, the 18th of September 2025. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All esteemed viewers on the platform, thank you for your support. We appreciate your consistency, especially those who comment in the comment section. We say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, to Mrs. Tina this morning, I say good morning to you once again. I've greeted you in the house, and she said good morning to you, and thank you for that great gesture, that great relief, that great support. We appreciate you, Mrs. Tina. The weekend money is available for esteemed, I repeat, esteemed reviewers on the platform. We say thank you to Mrs. Tina. We are very, very grateful. Also to Mr. Olire Givenchy, that's in United States of America, who blessed our family yesterday. We say thank you so much for that great support. We extended hands of love to Mr. Femi yesterday. Femi is here to greet you. I will call him in shortly. Also to Olayinka Cole, thank you so much for your great support. We really appreciate you. To King Air, the Palace of the Palace, we say thank you to Dozie Chima, Big T Prince, who blessed Adebayo yesterday, as well as Muki Great, Papa Twins. Thank you so much. Femi, you can say hi to Mr. Or let me use his normal name.
Right, yes, Mr.
Olire
from US. I say thank you. May God continue to bless you. You will never lack. Everything you lay your hands upon shall prosper. Thank you for the hand of love. I've received it. May God continue to bless you. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, quickly to what we have this morning. Of course, it's written on the screen. River State, the emergency rule in River State has been lifted. Yeah, it has been lifted by the president of the country, Bola Tinubu. Fubara, the governor, the suspended governor of the state, Fubara, has now returned to office. Not just Fubara, even his deputy, as well as the lawmakers, they've all resumed. Wow. 18th of September 2025 is a day to remember. Yeah, in River State. Yeah. I love that. I love that statement.
Yeah, that's
September to remember in River State.
Yeah.
The president has lifted it, and I think the citizens there will be having a good time with their governor, as well as the lawmakers in the state. 6 months, 6 months, 6 months of political tussle, 6 months of protest, 6 months of agitations, 6 months of clamor
Anxiety.
for Governor Fubara to come back. Anxiety, phobia, political tension in Rivers State. 6 months. It is over. How do you feel?
Mr. Man, I'm saying good morning to you this way, global command of the city stand, and our global viewers as well. May God bless you. All the blessings you have shown to us, may God replenish your pockets. I remain my humble self, Mr. Ojolajide, you are most welcome.
All right, before I let you continue with what we have this morning, let me quickly read the headlines. Sometimes I forget to read the headlines. Don't go straight to the program. Very, very important. All right, we have it on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Excitement as Tinubu ends emergency rule in Rivers State. Excitement as Tinubu ends emergency rule in Rivers. Is there excitement in Rivers State? Maybe some parts are excited, while some parts are not really happy with the development. All right, like we said yesterday, did Fubara come as someone who defeated the ruling of Progressive Congress, or he came as a conquered man?
I want to say no victor, no vanquish.
No victor, no vanquish. Wow. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Like we have it on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Emergency rule. Winners, losers as Tinubu reinstates Fubara, Siminalayi Fubara. Winners, losers as President Bola Tinubu reinstates Fubara. This is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Should that be the reason the president cut his vacation and return to the country? It should be the reason. Yeah, the major reason. All right, President justifies action has over 40 court cases pending. Cautions governors on good governance. Cautions governors on good governance. Wike Rivers will henceforth witness peace, progress. 6 months wasted. Rivers elders lament. We have those on the front page of the Punch. We'll move down to page 29. Page 29, cash transfer. Federal government pays 330 billion naira to 8.1 million households. It seems Mr. Olajide got his own. If not got it, did you get your own?
I'm not.
Get one mic. Maybe you got your own. Audio transfer. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
For now.
You've not got anything. I've not received anything as well. Better don't receive now. All right, cash transfer. Federal government pays 330 billion naira to 8.1 million households. You can see this on the front page of the Punch newspaper. I am not the one saying this. It is right here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. You can see it. Look at the headline here. Cash transfer. Federal government pays 330 billion naira to 8.1 million households. Let's go to another one. This is on page 16, page 18 of the Punch newspaper. UK Nigeria bilateral trade hits 16 trillion naira, says a British envoy. I'll move down to another one. Federal government, states, local governments shared 2.2 trillion naira August revenue, says FAAC. This is on page 23 of the Punch newspaper. On SSCE, NECO probes mass cheating in 13 states. I'll move down to another story that's down the paper. What do we have? Thousands protest in London over Trump UK visit. President Trump is in the United Kingdom. Thousands protest in London over Trump UK visit. Federal government returns history to basic school curriculum. Yeah, we have it here. We have it here on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Federal government returns history to basic school curriculum. I'll move down to another one. 7 victims confirmed killed in Lagos building fire. 7 confirmed killed in Lagos building fire. On to the next one. Federal government votes 300 billion naira to power teaching hospitals, varsities. You can see all these stories right on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Let's move down to the Vanguard. The Vanguard this morning, you can see its excitement as President Bola Tinubu ends emergency rule in Rivers State. Excitement as Bola Tinubu ends emergency rule in Rivers State, restores Fubara, deputy. Lawmakers restores Fubara, deputy, and lawmakers. All right, we will go beyond this headlines. This story is on the front pages of our dailies. Let's quickly join our reviewers for more analysis. This is Citizen and Michael Adekule. All right, I asked a question the other time. That's how do you feel about the lifting of emergency rule in Rivers State?
Mr. Michael is the development that is most welcome by lovers of democracy in Nigeria. Yes, but that situation inevitably came to be as just to prevent breakdown of law and order. Otherwise, the way they are going, Fubara was going on his own side, Wike was going on his own way, and there was no way both of them would not clash. Because each of them will get different, like if you remember what I said then, each of them will get different condemns that will violate their position. Fubara will get a condemn that will say he remain a governor. Wike can also get a condemn that will say you have been impeached. So they will have carried out the impeachment. They have gone through the impeachment of Fubara. They will have been impeached. And so there will not be a situation whereby you have two supporters clashing themselves on the streets of Rivers State. They now bring law. Break down law and order. But to prevent that, Tinubu has to avoid that, to prevent that we don't get such situation. But judiciary will have messed up the situation for them. So I thank God that they are not back. And I think Fubara must have learned some lessons. Those who push him then, that yes, you are number one governor, you are the number one citizen of the state. Assert your authority over political structure of the state. Dismiss, remove this, put this in place. Of course, they have misled him in their advice. What they asked him to do, he took the wrong step. And you know, if the power is big enough to bring you to a seat of, if a system is powerful enough to bring you to power, it's also that system is also powerful enough to remove him from power. That's what they just put to him. A system brought him to power and was not going against it, unintelligently. No, horribly. And the same system proved to him that we have ability to remove him from power. That's what has just happened yesterday. That was just happened 6 months ago. And now I think we must have learned a lesson. Those will be pushing again now that you're number one, you're number one position. Go against this, go against that. I think we must have learned some lessons. Yes, Mr. Mike, there's a way you take over leadership, but there's a way you can go about one way. Fubara went about it one way. He returned to assert his authority in political structure of the Rivers State. He went about it one way. He should have gone in a confrontation with Wike. He should have played along with Wike. I'm telling you, he will have inherited that structure of Wike, then assume position of leadership of it. But he went about it arrogantly, militantly, confrontationally, and he has learned some lessons now. Now I welcome him back to the seat of power. He's less a governor of the state, but let him choose the advice he will take now. He must have learned that politics is not giri-giri, not gara-gara. It's a systematic way of approach. Now, look, what he never wanted to be has already been. The state lawmaker, which never wanted to be, is already in place now. The government never wanted to be, is already in place. We only ask the state alone to run with. Let them not tell him again that go against the government structure that has been put in place. They will be causing trouble for himself. Number two, let them not advise him again that the state as well as that you never wanted to be in place, that's already in place, go against it. He will be causing another trouble for himself. Let him leave local government nation as authority as it be already. 21 of APC, 3 of PDP. Let him leave it the way it is. Leave House of Assembly the way it is presently. And then just run through the remaining 2 years of his governorship and then see whether he can appease his governor and come back to power.
All right, the People's Democratic Party has won President Bola Tinubu and has told him to please apologize to the people of Rivers. Apologize to them, beg them for the decision you took in Rivers State. Should President Bola Tinubu apologize to the people of Rivers State, Femi? And apart from that, was Tinubu acting within the spirit of protecting democracy, or what?
Yes. When we talk about apology, somebody like Tinubu is not somebody that tender anybody, that will give anybody apology. If a situation that is more worse than this, that will involve the whole Nigeria, he removed subsidy without apology. He went to NEPA tariff, no apology. Everything. So anybody that they themselves, they know that they are just saying it for saying it sake, just to fulfill all the righteousness. And if Tinubu apologizes now, without apology, refers to 6 months of emergency rule. No, it won't.
It has ended.
Yeah, it has ended. That's nothing anybody can do about that one. I think what should be coming out of PDP from their mouth now is to appeal to the both sides, both Wike and Fubara, that please let the peace reign in Rivers State. Let us have a smooth running, of governance for this remaining 2 years that it remains. All this matter of apology or no apology, it has been gone. Almost now. But when knife cuts you in your hand and you throw the knife, your hand, you have already sustained injury.
But did Tinubu take that decision to protect democracy?
In his own way, you will say he protect democracy. That's how Tinubu in his own way will say. Let me tell you the definition of democracy to all these politicians that you are seeing. From my own angle of view, they see democracy as their farm. They have planted on their farm, and the farm is terminating. So it is time for them to reap. The labor of the fruit of their labor. So that is what is happening. So the definition of democracy in this country is peculiar. You can't find it somewhere else. That's the system of democracy we are running in Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is a peculiar state in our own way. We are so peculiar. Our own things is different. If everything is working all over the world, bring it to Nigeria. Back up. It may be the end of everything. The same military rule that come to Nigeria bastardized. If you go to some other country, generally was a military man in Ghana. Go and check his legacy there. The same people that some people think that if military take over now, haven't we been in the military rule before? Haven't we? We have been there. We have tested a lot of things. All these civilians that are saying we fight for democracy, we fight for this is democracy they fight for. This is their own type of democracy. So Tinubu in his own, political encyclopedia, he protect democracy, and sometimes when you ask them to protect, sometimes you have to maintain peace. You have to break peace sometimes. To maintain peace, you have to break peace. There are some force peace. You have to force it.
All right, moving down to the comment section this morning. Jacob Priya says Fubara was placed in a difficult situation. Go on suspension or risk impeachment.
Wow. See, it was before Fubara that messed up the situation. I'm telling you,
Fubara messed up.
He messed up the situation. Tinubu acted 100% in the spirit of the value of democracy. Yes. He acted 100%.
100% in the spirit of protecting democracy.
Let me tell you, Mr. Myers, I review it again.
Okay.
The way Fubara was going to court to get order, am I the only fashion of Wike was going to get order? Both of them will get different court order violating their position. Don't forget, Fubara had been signed impeachment notice 6 months ago. They will have carried out that impeachment successfully and he will have stood impeached. And they will stand that he has impeached. He has been impeached. And then he too will be saying he has a court order saying the action is nullified. So they will have a court order of order to validate that. So you will have two different court orders saying you have been impeached. I'm still governor. What will now happen? You have a stalemate. They will bring their members to the public and be clashing themselves. On the streets of rivers, you will see flow of blood. But before we get to that situation, Tinubu arrested the situation. He never allowed us to get to that situation. That will happen. So he acted in defense of democracy.
So he shouldn't apologize.
But so when you defend democracy,
it needs an apology from
that's the understanding now. I'm talking about my own.
You don't understand.
Of the matter.
What about the citizens of that state?
it is your own interest. Tinubu acted in the best interest of the citizen. Oh, yes, because by the time April,
they feel they voted this governor.
Yes, now I told you, yes, they voted him. He won he was the government elected. Yes, but the mistake the man made was that the structure the city that brought to him, you were dismantling and the people that hold the structure told you when they was useless. What that's the meaning of it. Why you begin to remove the structures that brought a system of the city that brought you to power? Yeah, you want to render them politically inefficient, you don't know in the state, and they will also defend that interest. That's what happened. That's what happened. If one himself would not allow that to happen to him, if he was a governor that brought the system brought somebody into power, and only then at 6 months you begin to remove the structure of that man, he will also fight. So the Wike fought a justified fight politically. Mr. Mike, we are not talking about family business, family matter. We are talking about politics here of interest.
Do you think this was more of security concerns?
See, family, we are talking about politics here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's an interest.
But you said he acted in the interest of the people of River State.
The two factions would have brought a
trying to secure them.
Yes, because the two factions
political unrest.
Yes, that likely to come up by the event of the action each of them is taking.
But two parties.
Yes, where would have stood and see I remain governor. After I have been impeached, I remind you that don't forget that impeachment rules are already served on him before that 6 months. And they will have carried that impeachment too. They will have said you have stood impeached. And then you rely on culture that saying I'm still governor. That means you have two conflicting order now. And you will be pleading supporters to justify his position in office.
Femi, was it more of political concerns or genuine security concerns? What happened? The decision of the president.
Let me tell you, when there is a crisis in a particular place, people go there with two objectives. It's either they really want to resolve it or they want to partake in it and be of a beneficiary in the thing that is happening. I've said it so many times here that when there is a war in a particular place, some people go there for peacekeeping. As peacekeeping is going on, sometimes looting is going on. That is the truth of the matter. If there is, I cannot forget my experience when I was in Federal Polytechnic of when a particular building was burning, and I dropped my dictionary foolishly. Let me to go and rescue something before I came back. My dictionary, everything. So when something like that is happening, if God forbid there is a house, invalid in a particular place now, before you cut that crop, everybody with different mission. That is what happened in the River State. There was crisis. You refuse to resolve the crisis. Tinubu is a matter of a game. Don't let me call him the name I called him the other time again. Let me tell you, it's a natural thing for Tinubu to react in that way. It is his own. That is his own antecedent. That's how Tinubu will react. He's a smart guy. He's a smooth criminal. He see opportunity. He know it. He has created the opportunity before. So when the best goes happen, you know where to go and like a claw, like a eagle. Catch the chicken, and the rest is the story. That's what anybody can do about that one.
Yes, in addition to that, we are talking about security. It's for the security of the people of the state. Because by the time the two of them become their supporters to the streets, they'll be clashing themselves in Mike, and there'll be flow of blood on the streets of Kodako. So to prevent that, to make sure that we never get to that extent, Tinubu came in and averted the situation. Ease the two parties, send the two parties away, bring emergency rule to calm frayed nerves, to reduce tension. So that's what happened.
An emergency rule and to conduct local government election.
Excuse me, Mr. Femi. There is no vacuum in governance. When you have the man that came to officiate the emergency period was the kind of governance now. Government must continue. Mr. Mike, during the emergency rule, must governance stop? Government must continue. So governance involve a lot of things.
All right, Jacob Biya says, I maintain my stance. The emergency rule was unfortunate, but necessary.
Good.
All right, Nnamdi Anusi is against Ojo Olajide this morning. And what he's saying, OJ can never make M with his analysis. I don't understand.
I thought he's just coming here now. I engage
properly on another platform.
Okay.
Yes, I told about him. Yeah, yes. But maybe I should extend it to here.
Okay,
maybe yes,
we can extend it.
all right, good. How is he? I don't want to be. See, it's like I've understood the kind of mentality. Yeah, the mentality of him. His mentality is not. He doesn't speak intellectually. He said economic heaven. That was he said.
That with your analysis.
Yes, it's derived. He's deluded of some intellectual reasoning. I'm telling you, he doesn't fall into that. This is an ethnic bigot. Is that what you call people? It's an ethnic bigot. Somebody who just blindly hold on to a position without reasoning. Where does heaven comes in this case now? I'm telling you, two factions are on heaven, on having their way, and they will end up bringing their followers, their supporters to the streets and be clashing. I will not to bloodshed. And somebody else foresee this ahead. And after the situation comes when where does heaven belong in this case? So my opinion on this, remain my own. He doesn't respect people's view. He likes imposing. This is a dictator. It is not democracy. So it's not. So what I'm saying that it's not applicable to me. It's another reason. You don't understand simple analogy of matter. Otherwise, you have known that when you are about a situation, it gets to the worst situation whether you allow baby or allow another flow of blood on the street is the best situation you can ever take it. So what Tinubu did is timely arresting of likelihood of breaking down law and order.
An order. All right, move down to Nathaniel Abu Jacob. Whether suspension or removal, Tinubu has no such power. Why did Supreme Court refuse to hear the case till today? Can we tell ourselves the truth, please? That is what Nathaniel Abu is saying. It seems that people are really against the judiciary on this issue.
Yes.
Did the judiciary fail Nigerians? Did the judiciary fail to challenge President Bola Tinubu on this?
Nobody took that matter to the issue of suspension was never taken to court. But the issue of function of the House Assembly of the State was taken to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court delivered judgment of the matter of House Assembly of Rivers State was taken up to Supreme Court, and there was judgment of Supreme Court that finally settled in favor of Amayeli. That Fubara, he cannot be running state affairs with 4 lawmakers out of about 32 or 34, if I'm correct.
Not the legal.
No, I'm talking legality of. I'm talking illegality of what Fubara was doing. Was running state affairs 4 lawmakers as against 28 of 32. So Supreme Court said you can't do that. You must.
It's not the president is guided by the constitution.
Yeah, was guided by the constitution. You see, the law
to impose
yes,
administrator in that state.
Yeah, well, Mr. Mike, what I'm telling you that
I saw some of a section 305 or
yes. Because there's likelihood of mass breakdown of law and order. The way Bola was going, they were impeaching him. When was not, you know that it's very fully averted situation because they've signed impeachment notice already. Amaweli Fashion said after Supreme Court that recognize Amaweli, they've served him impeachment notice. That you should come and account for the stewardship of how he was running state government with 4 lawmakers.
All right, Judge Jacobiya says Emergency Rule Act 2004 gives the president the right to suspend or modify some sections of the Constitution to quickly arrest the situation. This is from Jacob Bira. Thank you so much for that.
That's good. That's true.
All right, Jacob, Constitution is an act of law. Any amendment must follow due process. This is coming from Nathaniel Abu. Away from this, let's move down to the cash transfer that has sparked debate in the country as we speak. Cash transfer federal government pays 330 billion naira to 8.1 million households. I'm coming to you. I don't know if you received. Yes. Femi, did you receive it? 330 billion naira. I think this money is meant for the poorest of the poor, the vulnerables in the society.
Mr. Mike, I've not received anything from federal government. I'm living by my own earnings or my personal income or personal business. I learned there was this different form of this program that was commissioned by federal government. There are laws that came to my area and they said people come and enjoy this, come and join that. Empowerment government, empowered by government. That's what they call it. Empowerment by government. The one I was forced to have a with is empowered by federal government. And since then, up to now, I've never been given anything. But I must confess that some of these rollout schemes
they've been paying some people. Yes, I can confirm that. I'm very sure. I'm
Very sure.
Very yes.
People
Yes. When we see something good, we should.
Neighborhood.
Yeah, we must.
You can confirm.
I'm not. I'm confirming that I've seen people who have gotten. Yes.
Sure
I'm telling you. Right. My family, I'm going to be. I have not gotten 70,000. They reduced. They moved 2,000. Confirm people have gotten. But when they run all this program, different type of those programs in my area, they say empowerment by government. I enroll in one of them. But the one I enroll, I've not been given anything now. But the one other people enroll with, I've seen people that have been given money. They pay them, yes, by Global Bank. That's where they pay them. So I can confirm that
330 billion naira as by federal government, about 70,000 naira or so will get to each persons, that's individuals. So in fact, if Olajide said he can confirm that some people have gotten their own, why are millions of Nigerians still lamenting? Why are they complaining that they've not gotten their own?
What can 70,000 naira do for you, Mr. Wike? You, nobody dash you 70,000 naira. No, we appreciate. If anybody dash me 70,000 naira now, I will appreciate. But it cannot last you for 1 week. That is the truth of the matter. The situation of Nigeria. 70,000 naira cannot last you for 1 week. Yes. If you spend 70,000 naira for 1 week in this country, that means you are not a family man.
yes.
Or you are so prudent. That is the truth of the matter. And why do you think I'm happy with this information? Because the figure that they roll out, if you look at it, it may be tallying. The figure is not overblown. 330 billion naira. Divided by 70, divided, how many people will get it? Out of 200 million people. 330 billion naira. It's only,
I don't think it's meant for the 200 million people.
it's not meant for 200 million people.
The poorest of the poor.
And how many of the poorest
You are not among the poor.
we will not be by the special grace of God. But if they give me 70,000 naira, I will collect it. But I'm not poor, and I'm not among the poorest of the poor. But if you give me 70,000 naira, I will manage it.
Mr. President is expecting.
Mr. President is expecting.
I told you, I'm not. What they told us that what they told us was that government empowerment. That was the word that we used. Yes, empowerment. But I mean, we are hearing very poor. So when I was told government to empower citizens in different areas of women endeavor, I enroll in one of them. You know, so the one I enroll is I've not got anything from them up to now.
First of all, Mr. Michael,
If you are not saying
how many people need to get enrolled?
I enroll in one.
Aware.
I enroll in one.
How many people that are enrolled? If they cannot answer everybody at a go. I've seen somebody also that I've seen the ATM.
Yes.
With 70,000 naira.
Yes.
Somebody showed me the ATM. In fact, that person was even threatening me that I should not talk any mess about Asiwaju Arandremo. That he has vaginal too. I say, what happened? So many vaginal too. But what I'm trying to say is that how many people are aware? Is it not politicized? If it is okay, what about the availability of that fund? How much federal government am I for it? So when you look at that 300 billion, you will see giving 70,000 naira. I mean, if you calculate it, I'm not good in mathematics, but you will see that.
Viewers, I'm sure that the money got to the poorest of the poor and not those beneficiaries. Please drop your comment in the comment section. We are here to read your own opinions out. Let people learn from you. Let us know what you feel about the situation or the development in the country. 330 billion naira. I told the viewers that. How are we sure, the reviewers, how are we sure that it got to the poorest of the poor? The poorest Nigerians, hope it didn't get to ghost beneficiaries.
Mr. Mike, I can confirm this particular one. I can confirm to you, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm a man of integrity. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I've seen people who got that I'm telling you, it's not fair to be now be taking and be saying this one. I've seen people who got, there are ordinary people in the society, not ghosts. We Nigerians in my area,
some people are even aware of this support. They are not
yes.
aware of this support.
Yes, that's the area I want. That's the area I want government to work about.
So definitely, the money will not get to the right places.
Oh no!
If thousands and millions of Nigerians are not aware of the money,
all the support. The one I was referring to already. They tag this empowerment.
Nigerians about
create awareness about yes. That's the only area they have to work upon. Like
an ordinary Nigerian on the streets, you know that there is this kind of support.
Number one, I'm sorry to cut me. Sometimes even if there is enough aware, some people will not even believe that they are going to do it. That this is not our government. Like this Mr. Lajide, if not that he has seen somebody that has collected,
I won't believe it.
Even if they now come tomorrow that they see another program,
I won't
say,
believe it.
what about the one that I've done? And I'm telling you, I don't know the criteria they are using to do it. Some people collect money.
Yes.
Even not only 70,000 naira. Since the day of Jonathan, I could remember one program called You Win.
Okay.
You Win. People collect millions of naira.
Yes.
And even when this man just came in, Buhari, when he came in, some people were giving grants.
Yes.
Millions. So it depends. Now the only issue is that if you are not informed, you will be deformed. How many people are informed? If they informed, are they interested? If they are interested, do they believe? And I don't know how they are choosing people that they are giving randomly. I don't know the criteria they are using. It's happening.
Like what I told you, I wrote it. They said they use word empowerment. And when I heard this, I said, okay. They said private people who are probably business oriented, who have their private business, who are not government employed, going to empower you. I wrote in that. I hope I've never got anything. But this other one they're talking about, I've seen people. Is only coming to you are seeing people collecting it. So and people that will go see their other people.
One person with
Mr. Mike, they are other people. This is a stand.
You can confirm it.
This is a system.
I believe you.
This is a system of repute.
A global
It's a global stand. So we talking here, we must advance a global analysis. Yes. I've seen people who have collected this one they're talking about. But the one our enrolling in, this they call empowerment. I have not got anything. But where this one is not time poor report, I don't know. But the one I participated in was they say empowerment, government empowerment of private, own people who have private business. I have not got anything up to now. So that's what I'm doing. This one I've seen people have collected. I can confirm it. It's really, it's not fake. It's not ghost. And other people in my area, they've collected. I've seen.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Lagide.
Thank you very much.
I must confess, I really enjoyed you guys. Gentlemen, Mike, good morning to you. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me. Good morning, our global esteemed viewers. I say good morning, Nigeria.
Gentlemen, GMN, good morning.
Good morning, Adekunle Michael.
All right, thank you so much.
Greetings to our esteemed viewers across the world.
All right, we need to quickly appreciate Mrs. Tina once again for the great support this morning. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tina.
Ms. Tina, I will always, I don't know what to say, because words in my mouth will not be adequate enough to express my gratitude to you, ma. I want to believe that the God you serve will never leave you, nor forsake you. You will continue to grow from stature to stature in leaps and bounds. May God continue to put His shining light on every path that you take. Thank you very much, man.
All right, gentlemen, Mike, morning.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tina, for the continuous support on this platform. We indeed appreciate you. May God continue to bless you. Thank you.
All right. I'm sure you've been following us on this discussion, especially on the 330 billion naira that is meant for vulnerable Nigerians. About 70 million Nigerians are listed as vulnerable, and they are to benefit from this money. Why is it that only 8.1 million Nigerians have benefited from this money so far? 8.1 million households have benefited so far. Why?
You see,
out of 70 million.
You see, that figure needs to be a bit, it has to go through the public scrutiny before it can be affirmed as having gone through that route. But one thing my take on the whole thing, 330 billion naira is such an humongous amount that could be channeled to all these moribund industries in all the industrial park that could even jumpstart a kind of a kind of an invigoration into the industrial area. Look, for instance, we have many. Okay, we are very close to industrial. Playing here, like Ikeja Industrial Estate. You knew the kind of in the days of the year. We do have Dunlop. We have many other countries, NTA, that was a one of the largest employer of labor. And if you go there now, they are all in their own skeleton, in their mobile states. I think that 330 billion could have been used to resuscitate or be in form of an injection into the hailing industry as of the now. Sharing money will never change, because I believe one thing. I won't say that if you give a man a fish, he will eat it for a while. But if you teach that man how to fish, you are giving that person a fish for a lifetime. I want to believe that all this sharing of money will take us nowhere. It's like we are even going back to the medieval times, whereby we have to use hook to catch fish in a very deep river.
For transparency and accountability, those are the things the federal government should publish the names of those who have benefited from this support. Don't you think so?
Yes. I made a because I don't really know the yardstick, the measurement being used to determine who should be a beneficiary of this scheme or who shouldn't be. And as you and I are here now, I know I have needs. You understand? And how do you determine who are vulnerable? Sorry, sir. Who is vulnerable and who is not? And I don't know the yardstick, the measurement that was being used by federal government in coming or affirming this stance. I want to believe that for a proper accounting and for the citizenry to believe them in total that what they have done it in good faith. I think public display of the names of those beneficiaries should have been welcomed.
Gentlemen, can't the federal government publish a public register of these beneficiaries, at least to ensure proper accountability and transparency of the whole process?
Of course, it's possible in the spirit of accountability, just as Mr. Vincent said. That ought to have been done to show transparency, to show indeed that the money that was disbursed get to the appropriate quarters. But again, just as it has been expressed here, how was that register generated? What constitutes a poorest of the poor kind of thing that government talked about? Because in my view, if you are really talking about the poorest of the poor, these are people that are not even likely not to have a bank account. If we really want to, if that description fits who we are looking at, they are not likely to have any bank account in terms of the poorest of the poor. But government told us they have a social register, which we have to believe very cautiously. So that there is a social register that they've been working. Don't also forget there is a scandal in that ministry of I don't know the name now. There was a scandal that humanitarian affairs and all of that involved one Nigeria and all of. So we always have scandal in that ministry because of the fact that government choose not to be transparent about the host. In fact, there was a time they brought cash to a particular community. I've never seen that kind of insanity. They brought cash, and in full glare of everybody, humongous amount of money was being disposed and say this is. So the poorest of the poor are not likely to have a bank account. Government should be more transparent in terms of who they are really calling the poorest of the poor and their names and where they are, so that even at random people, agencies or individuals that choose to verify some of these things can decide to do so. But in terms of if anybody has benefited within this radius, at least I know of two that have told me here that okay, at the time one of them showed me the ATM card that was disposed. That okay, this is what I got from the local government, that 70,000 I was loaded into it. So I know of two people personally now that have benefited from that program.
All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Mike, let's move down to the comment section and see what the viewers are saying this morning as regards this sports. All right, we have Jacob here saying this cash transfer can never be transparent and accountable because it's another medium of embezzlement for politicians. Sorry, it's another medium of embezzlement for politicians. This is Jacob here on this, and we have Andrew Goodman saying no Nigeria poorest of the poorest will have a bank account. just what you said.
Yes,
Mike, government should desist from its unconditional cash transfer, focus on security, basic amenities, job creation, and social welfare of the citizens. We just made mention of this. All right, we'll move down again. Jacob Pia is on fire this morning. He goes on by saying the situation where the state institution like the House of Assembly complex was destroyed. Okay, I'm still coming back to that, Jacob Pia. All right. And Nathaniel Abu says Nigeria love poverty and hunger, always defending wicked policies. Now let's move down to Rivers State. I don't know if there is excitement on the faces of the citizens of Rivers as regards the decision of President Bola Tinubu. He has lifted the suspension. The suspended governor is back on seat. The lawmakers are back on their seats. The deputy governor is also back. What do you have to say?
Mike, I will first of all want to draw your attention to some things. You see, democratic experiment embodies some form of sanity. And in a situation whereby the administrator, Ibas, was foisted on the Riverians, as the case may be, I think that in itself is an abnormality. But I will say that, though we know that time has already, there is evolution of time. And I want to believe that Ibas' stay has ended. Fubara is coming in. Though the Riverians, they have everything to thank for because it's a kind of a stolen mandate. Even if it was short-lived, it's a stolen mandate because even though every pointers point to the direction that I think there are other windows of opportunity that could have been used to settle that case, which were not being employed. I want to believe that that has gone past. We have gone past that. Now that Fubara has now been returned back to his seat, I want to see democratic experiment taking a foot. And I want to say kudos to the Rivers people because I know for this short time that a minister administrator was foisted on them, they must have suffered in terms of having dividend of democracy within that short while. But by and large, there is nothing to be excited about. Even though Fubara coming is still being held at the tribunal, you and I might not be even privy to some treaties that he might have signed behind the curtains for him to have come back so soon. And I want to also make allusion to the fact that if democracy continue to be played like this, I think we still have many miles back from reaching the goalpost.
All right, gentlemen, Mike, is Tinubu setting a dangerous precedent that future presidents may exploit in that state. Some don't see this as a restoration of democracy, but restoration of democracy to Rivers State. PDP told President Bola Tinubu to apologize to the people of Rivers. The president breached the constitution. He breached the law.
Well, first, let me congratulate Fubara for his new appointment as the governor of Rivers State.
His new appointment.
His position has gone from being elected. His second coming is an appointment, in my estimation, as the new governor of Rivers State. So unfortunately, Michael, that the Rivers case happened. As some of the speakers have said, there are several windows that could have been taken advantage of, apart from the declaration of state of emergency, as it were. Mr. President took advantage of that opportunity to really take hold of things in River, and he has successfully done that, no doubt. He took advantage of those vacuum that was created and quickly fester his own nest within that state. My worry, Michael, is that the Rivers should have been an example for the Supreme Court. Don't forget about 11 governors approached the Supreme Court at the heat of this development. That Supreme Court tell us exactly if the president was correct in this matter or not. And as we speak, the Supreme Court is yet to make pronouncements 6 months after for such a very sensitive matter, Michael. And when we continue to run a nation in this manner, we are simply postponing the evil day. The Supreme Court should have laid this matter to rest once and for all, so that we know at what point can the president steps in to declare a state of emergency in a state where a governor was elected by the people of that state. And these are the kind of dangerous silence that we have seen from the apex court of the land, that should have stepped in at a time that is very critical. We have, if I may digress a bit, we have been seeing court judgment coming out from some of the U.S. courts over some of the decisions of their current president. The institution must be allowed to work. President Trump has taken certain decisions. Courts have been making the position of the law known concerning some of those decisions, and that is how decent societies are built. You are the interpreters of the law. You are the one that will put the record straight. That it is only when things get to this level that you can begin to talk of a state of emergency. Otherwise, the whole thing will be abused. We've been seeing several killings in Borno. We've been seeing killings even in Benue, and I'm not aware that a state of emergency has been declared in those places. So, at what point it is Supreme Court that will set the record straight, not the way we have gone about it, Mike.
All right, as Wike hails President Bola Tinubu, Pande calls for sober reflection. Did Tinubu really save Nigerians? Rivers people or River State? According to Wike, he said the president saved the River State. The River people.
To some extent, I will call Wike a political neophyte, because when you see somebody who doesn't know what he has done, I think with the evolution of time, I think he will come to that realization that he has moved substantially in terms of playing politics in River State. Because how would you see when you have a house, you are the one that set it on fire, and I mean you set it on fire, you started the fire from your house. Somebody help you to come and help you to put in petrol, and you are clapping for that person. Then where will you now put your face? That is wicked. It will not dawn on him now, but much later he will realize that he has committed a very big blunder in trying to play politics that he thinks that he knows. But that was aside. But when you look at the entire organogram of the entire scenario that played out, you will see that the states, I mean, I'm talking about the government at the center, has now held Rivers among those states that they have always been eyeing as their captive zone. Now, you see, how do I come by this? If you look at the local government election that was conducted, I say abnormally conducted. Why would an administrator, somebody that is being foisted on the people, will be in the saddle of power and conduct an election, a democratic election for the people of Rivers State? It's an abnormality in itself. And that one itself, I wonder if democratic ethos is really played well in this crime. I think that election should be reversed. Yes. Again. And let
the first one was cancelled.
It should be reversed.
Nullified.
It should be nullified because it's an abnormality. Even though our law, there are something that we need to. If you call any legal luminary now, there's always an exception to every rule. Our law makes a lot of rooms for lapses and interpretation. And as Mr. Mike here, Gentleman Mike said, you know, there are some things that the apex court could have done in some matters that that is staring us in the face. And that matter, and they remain silent up to the now. And it's not good for our polity. It's not good for a very good democratic experiment. And as long as the apex court remains silent, so long we continue to grope in the dark, which is not good for our democracy experiment.
I just want my what should be the next move of Fubara. He is now the governor. He's the sitting governor now. What should be the next move of Siminalayi Fubara in the state?
Absolute loyalty to both his godfather and the god-grandfather. Absolute loyalty. That should be the next phase of his political career.
Thank you so much.
I want to say one thing.
All right.
Even aside that, it's going to be absolute loyalty to the state at the center. But the river people will be the one to lose at the end of the day, because everything that he's going to do is going to be tailored towards what he has been dictated to under the curtain, not to the advantages of the Riverians. That's my take.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I'll stay with you.
All right, what do you have to say about the development in Rivers State? Wike has hailed President Bola Tinubu for saving rivers.
Well, let me say, welcome back to Fubara as the governor for Rivers State. The people, the governor, the people that choose, that love. But what happened in Rivers State is also happening in Lagos. Abasa, where they're supposed to move, where the governor is supposed to move in, what did the president did? He come and restore him back. And president himself, the lawmakers of Nigeria and the Senate and the chamber, they're supposed to impeach Ahmed Tinubu for what is going on in Nigeria. Listen, Borno State, Benue State, and some part of the north, for the series of the killing, they're supposed to impeach Ahmed Tinubu. They deserve it, as he have that feeling, but they let him, and he removed someone that they let in Rivers State. He is also supposed to be removed. If lawmakers are working in Nigeria, or the Senate are working, and not bought with money, they're supposed to impeach Ahmed Tinubu. What's wrong in Rivers State? They say they try to cause commotion to blow pipeline, and which not a pipeline. The pipeline they say that they blow is by mistake. It's under construction. People will come and say, militants have already started doing work. Which militants? Who bring that matter? Wike. See what he brought. See the calamity that he have already put in Rivers State to allow a visitors to come and rule under his nose. Do you know how much that he take out from Rivers State? How much he drop? And how much the sitting governor laid hand? Can this man, a boss, come back and say, this is what I did in Rivers State? When he said that, what I have done, I have fulfilled what Mr. President want me to do. That is the comment that he make. Yes, it is Mr. President and Wike put him there, store him there. For him to be a military, retired military, to conduct a local government election, which is not supposed to be. That election, that local government election, supposed to be cancelled. If Nigeria are really practicing democracy, that was supposed to be cancelled. And let the sitting governor relate another election. Yes, the same now have already bring peace in Rivers State. There's peace in Rivers State. There's no commotion. There's no fire that's going on in Rivers State.
He has restored peace, right?
Say they have already restored peace. Is it only commotion in Rivers State? No.
All right, away from that, the cash transfer. What do you have to say concerning this issue?
They say that cash transfer. Yes, but is it during the time of former late Mama Buhari? I heard it, some people say they receive. with. But if they want to do it very well, say that they want the citizen to benefit on it. Nigeria know how to consensus, and they be going house to house. If they want to give that such thing, let them use the pattern as how they're doing census and give it that money to house. But that is not will make Nigeria to be great. Let them use that money, big things in the nation, so that they can see like hospital, road, lights, a lot of things. Let them use that money. Let them not to be given to the people.
All right, thank you so much. I
Thank you.
just I really appreciate the contribution this morning. Only good morning to you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Good morning, Mike. And I'm using this platform now, City Stand, to greet Madam Tina. God bless you. Just keep to doing what you know how to do best. I think you are a candidate of heaven, and God will always remember what you're doing for good. Thank you very much. And the City Stand too, that is you're using the channel to get us some goodies. They will never lack.
Let me also quickly make use of this opportunity to say a special thanks to Victor Odulade and Mrs. Tina. You know, she's a mother in Israel. May God bless you. May God give you everlasting joy in your family in Jesus' name. And to all other esteemed viewers, you know, who have been supporting this platform and mostly showing us hand of love. May God always protect you and guide you and give you your heart desire in Jesus' name.
I can't mention all the names.
All right, who truly benefits from this lifting of emergency rule in Rivers State? The people of Rivers or the political elite in the state? Who will be benefiting from this? Wike, as the FCT minister, has hailed President Bola Tinubu for saving Rivers. And we have Condemn calling for sober reflection in the state. I thought President Bola Tinubu has restored democracy back to the state.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I can say reinstatement of what's it called? Fubara is just really tally with the reinstatement of Adebayo too. So we welcome him back too. Likewise. So you see, what is I just want to say is all about for peace. Everything that is happening in Rivers, let's just thank God. The Fubara himself have known his mistakes and he has accepted, and I can say I will give all the glory to God for the peace that has been happening now, for the peace they are bringing on the table, and I will give all the glory to Mr. President that uses decorum and that uses the right deception, the right way to settle the problem. And today, as it is, Mr. Mike, God's really saved Nigeria from crisis. And so I hear some people that were saying, why did President Bola Tinubu has to declare state of emergency? State of emergency, I think there's a clause that is doctrine, there's a doctrine of necessity in which when there's crisis that is going beyond, the going beyond that can snowball, that can snowball into crisis. The president has a right to declare state of emergency, because you cannot be waiting and be looking at your state or your country that's been set on fire. And I can say wholeheartedly, kudos to all the peacemakers that allow Fubara to come back to his seat. And Fubara himself must have learned a lot of lessons. You don't bite fingers that feed you. You don't bite. Once you bite the finger that feed you, that means you are good to go. You are good for doom. And I can say I'm really happy. What all people are just saying about it's coming too late. It's not even supposed to come at all. So those people, are they expecting Nigeria to be set ablaze generally? Because the non-state actors were already on ground to take the state stand on with the Fubara to destroy the refineries. And once they destroy the refinery, the people that are still crying a big power, that hunger will be much for them. And I can say wholeheartedly, I think I'm one of the happiest men today for the peace that is happening in Rivers State today.
All right, Adebayo, let's have your own take on this. Does this show that Tinubu is really protecting democracy in Rivers State?
Definitely it is. Let me start by saying President Bola Tinubu is a #1 Democrat in the whole Africa, in Nigeria, all over the world. Is one of the most vibrant Democrats. And how did you about say you know, when we talk about the issue of River States, it is a crisis that led to some political machineries, opposition machinery, and they quickly want to use that channel and that opportunity to destabilize the government of APC, the government of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to equally destabilize the future of the citizen in River States. And I think the Mr. President was able to take a very sensitive and diplomatic footstep and decision, by declaring that state of emergency. What if that state had been set on fire? You see, what you and I will stand here talking today. Lagos State alone cannot contain the entire River State with the numbers of population in River State. Kano State will not contain the population of River State to come and join them in Kano. We don't have space for them to come and visit us on emergency. And we don't pay for such scenario to take place in any part of Nigeria, state in Nigeria. So kudos to the Mr. President in that very angle there. The #1 part of it again is a true Democrat. A word say in Yoruba addict, about for what Bomowi, for Famora. If we whip if you whip your son with the right hand, you embrace it or her back with your left hand. So
That's what the president has done.
you make him to understand that as a leader, if you are in a leadership position, you need to be tolerant. You need to always accept blame.
Don't you think that was one-sided? It was
no.
partial.
No, it's not being partial. It is not being partial.
Why not the two?
No. Okay.
Why did he whip Fubara alone?
No, he didn't whip Fubara alone. A lot of people.
What about Wike?
A lot of people focus on the issue of Fubara. Basically,
Fubara is a governor there. He was democratically elected.
While
the other one is an appointee. Right? The president appointed him. So why did you whip Fubara without spanking the FCT minister Wike?
Okay, this is what happened. Okay, you and I doesn't know the relationship that Fubara and Nyesom Wike equally share together. Ever before he came into government, ever before he came into power, Wike sponsor him, single-handedly walk him in. That Wike is his political godfather, and definitely there is no how teeth and tongue when you have clashes. And whenever there's clashes, as an elders, both of you need to do what? Go on the table, even while you are pumping, as if you are too and if you want to
together
and solve things amicably. And I think that's what they should have done in the earlier stages. And when a leader, you have ruled out of your leadership, understanding, and logic, definitely such governments need to be overthrown, logically, and to introduce some logic of peace to stabilize and to invite peace into that government and into that very state. And that's what the Mr. President has equally done. It's not that maybe in one way or the other, Wike was not being called to attention, to make him understand left or right. Hey man, you need to come down in this way. And
if Tinubu could intervene in the issue of River State, 7-Eleven is asking here that how come Tinubu refused to intervene in the crisis that is going on in the northern region. You declared state of emergency in River State. But you left other states without declaring state of emergency despite the daily killings.
Thank you very much. You see, the killings in the north, right, was being orchestrated by the northern politicians. And he has told them, go home and take care of your people. And that is why the president said he has to be left out of this killing in that because they know themselves. They know themselves. People like Gumi is there. To call the northerners together and have a meeting together that enough is enough, and the crisis that is going on now, I mean, you have to put a start on it. And I can say wholeheartedly, Mr. President has nothing to do with the crisis in the north, because they created. No, wait. I'm going somewhere. They created that problem. Yes, that's one thing that's the message even they are telling us, that they are no longer Nigerians, because the crisis that is happening snowball from SIA block, and they know people that are entering the space, and they did not complain until it snowball into serious crisis. And to me, Mr. President cannot even intervene, because it does not even know. It doesn't. Yes, it can't do that, because once you kill them, once you start taking action on them, they will say they are killing their people. They did it. They did that under Jonathan. So their problem is within them. Let them go and solve it. Let them go and solve their problem. The only thing is, I just want Mr. President to do the census. He has to just organize census. Let us know. I mean, he cannot easily, I mean, declare state of emergency in the north, because all those areas are porous areas that you don't even know where the problem is coming from. You know, when you are targeting one place now, you know another one will rise up and start, there. So the only thing he can do is to call the northern elders together, that they should go and take care of their home, because you people were there when the crisis happened. So the rivers issues is quite different from what is going on in the northern block there. So let us take it as if these people, you cannot even satisfy them. So they are only one. You could see what the likes of women, you could see the like of El-Rufai. Why can't they intervene? That is to show that they purposely want to create that insecurity, and they are dwelling within it, and they are feeding on it. Right? If there are some classified information, I cannot just leak out here. I cannot just leak it out, because some of those state actors in the north are benefiting. They are benefiting from this crisis. So if there's no crisis, they cannot, they can have their way, and the largest that comes with it.
All right, currently the Rivers APC is wooing Governor Siminalayi Fubara as to join the ruling All Progressives Congress, while PDP has cautioned him. Please don't try to defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress. What best advice can you give to Siminalayi Fubara at this point in time? He has returned as the governor of the state. Well, what best advice can you give to him?
For me, my loyalty cannot be sabotaged. My loyalty to whosoever cannot be forced. You know, Fubara, his loyalty to whosoever party cannot be mandated by an individual or a group of people. It's a game of decision. If he decided to be an APC, is highly welcome. You know, if he decided to be in the other parts, good for him. Okay, but I think he has to eyeball. And what is the work of eye? Is to see the white and the black. So you can see the goodies and the good thing in APC. And I think his political mentality needs to be rehabilitated and need to be polished by a well-established party like APC. So it's going to be a good thing for him to join APC. Okay, but it's not forcefully. A lot of people majority of them that are loyal to President Bola Tinubu, it's not forcefully. You know, it is willingly they decide to be loyal to President Bola Tinubu because of the reality about his leadership. So it's a good thing. If he decided to come to APC, it's good. It's highly welcome.
All right, please, James Manu, please stop spamming the comment section, please. Once you write 1 or 2 times, it's okay. Instead of 5, 10, 20 times, you did it 3 weeks ago or so. You know, I cautioned you on that. Please, once you write 2 or 3 times, it's okay. Instead of 5, 20 times, you know, this one, please let us adjust. Let's make corrections on that. All right, let's move down to another one. Cash transfer. You've been listening to us.
Yeah, I've been.
You also said it's meant for the poorest of the poorest, the vulnerables in the country. But why is it that about 8.1 million households have benefited from it out of 70 million vulnerables?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the people in charge of that cash transfer for the vulnerable people, they have to up their game. This thing is a just small job that they can get done easily. Go to the governors of different states and disseminate that money to them, for them to be able to, they know the population of their state. They can easily get the poorest of the poor from their states and dish out that money to each and every one of them. But the problem is, if there's any succumb for the citizens of the Nigerians, the politicians always hijack it and turn it to their own, favor, to be able to, gather more votes from their own side. That is, if you don't have voters card, you cannot get it. If you don't, join the party on the spot, you cannot get it. We should stay away from that, because hungers know nobody. Hungers know everybody. Hungers know that Hunger doesn't know that this one is this one is PDD, this one is Once Hunger starts with someone, you even forget party affairs. You will now want to concentrate. How will I have a 1 square meal? Not to even talk of a 2 square meal, not to even talk of a 3 square meal. So to me, Mr. President should go all out and centralize the system of the cash transfer, so that everybody will benefit from it, and not only the party member. But I can see there's some people are saying they are not even seeing anything like that cash transfer going to less privileged people, vulnerable people. But I can see, even among us here, as gentleman Mike said, there are 2 people that said they are beneficiary of that cash transfer. So I don't know why it has not even got it to me. Likewise, maybe they will think we are above, we are not the poorest of the poor. Likewise, we are not the poorest of the poor. If we want to be candid with ourselves, we are not the poorest of the poor.
But you need the money.
I need the money will go a long way. Yes,
it's meant for the vulnerable.
If they give me, I will take. But it's
meant for the vulnerable.
Vulnerable people.
So why do you need it?
I say if they give it to me.
Just said that you're not the poorest of the poor.
I'm not the yes. So when they give it to me, I will take. I don't reject. They will give you money, you reject money. I will take it.
Don't you think it should have been better if they invested it in jobs, agriculture, all of that, rather than cash transfer?
Thank you for that question.
Rather than cash and handouts.
Thank you.
It would have been better, right?
Yeah, that the agricultural process is going on, actually. That's why they said, okay, there is going to be agricultural empowerment for the youths. But how many youths are coming out that want to dwell in agricultural, how many youths have that passion for it? Thank you very much. How many youths have that passion? You just tell them they can't go to farm. They are this, they are that, they are more than that farm. Everybody is looking for a white collar job, and there's no white collar job in Nigeria any longer, because we are not productive. And that is why the little investment the president is doing, construction, everything, constructions, and giving the state governors money they've never had in their life since democracy, the democracy we are operating now. They've never had it so good like this. So what are they doing? Likewise, to help their citizens out, to impact the masses. What are they doing? And that is why we need to be calling out our governors. It's not all about the president. What are our governors? What are they doing with their allocation? And they are just buying it out. They are using it buying houses and buying all these things. So the governors is who we need to concentrate on. And I've been concentrating on my governor. Number one, if I want to do farming in that place with the little land I have, there's condition I have to abide with, and the condition that cannot work for me, because I have to abide with the herdsmen, the herdsmen, open grazing all around. And the Governor Adeleke ought to have known that there can be peace when I start my farm now, and the herdsmen will now encroach it and hit. That's why I say all those governors, I don't know what they are doing. The benefit of the way we having the governor. I don't know governors all around. I don't know what they're doing to cushion the effect of the citizen, their citizen. And that is the example I just told you now. That when I went to Osun the last time I went to Osun,
I saw that and I was so sad. I had to wait for almost 3 minutes or 5 minutes for the S-men to, ranch their cow away from where I was. Does that have to be? Does that have to be the way out? No. The governor has a right to create closed ranching, not open ranching. Not open ranching. They can do their closed ranching for them. Anything they want to get, they get their food for them anywhere they have, and feed them.
James Manu says, I can see the conditions of people supporting President Bola Tinubu. All right, I'll move down to Andrew Gujimi. When we are talking of agriculture, it must be mechanized farming. Please. And Kingari is here this morning. Good morning, Kingari. You're welcome, Andrew Gujimi. Welcome. Peter Prince says, I will advise every Nigerian to tap into every opportunity that comes from the federal government. It is very, very important.
Over the issue of vulnerable,
Okay.
I think one thing we need to understand, first thing we need to verify, what are the momentum? How does it go? How are they doing it? Are they doing this thing to states? Because we have almost 4 states in Lagos State alone. Yes. And do we care to know how much is given to Lagos State government to execute these very assignments? How much is given to Imo State government? How much is given to Anambra or Abia State to execute that very project? How much is given to Kano Meduguri? And from these 3, 4, 5 states I've made mention of now, we have almost half of a quarter or half of people from that state in Lagos State here. Yes, so now, how will that money circulate the population in all across each state in Nigeria? That is number 2. The number 3 part is, this is a country where we don't even know who is Nigeria any longer. You see people from Benin, they speak Yoruba. You see Togo, they speak Yoruba. You see the Ivorians speak Yoruba. You see Ghana, a lot of them. And when it has to do with all this, they will claim it. So if at all you are vulnerable and you have been, I can tell you that this is the processing. You need to do what? You need to have an account. So having an account will specialize if you are a Nigerian or not. Do you understand me? Okay, they need to see your voter's card. They need to see your national ID card. Do you understand me? So this might be one of those things that is being demanded from individuals. Like these are things you need to present before you can have access to all these tokens.
What best advice would you give to Fubara at this point in time? He's back as the governor of the state. What advice would you give?
I think Fubara.
Who should he be loyal to? Is it his masters? Sorry, I don't want to use that. Sorry for using that word. Should he be loyal to Wike and Tinubu or the River State people?
Fubara should just be himself. I cannot advise him to be loyal to whosoever. He should just be himself, and he should just
is governing over with people.
Over the River States. Okay, then he should be.
He's governing the people, right?
Yes.
So we should be loyal to.
I think he should be loyal to the people. Yes, and he should. Just silence the issue of this fight or the issue of the crisis they've had, and take everybody as as his own people. I'm talking of Fubara now. Take all the Riberians as his own brothers and let them come together for unity so that the states can progress more and more. Enough of the fight, enough of the time they wasted in to acquire their good governance. But as it is now, they still have a lot to do for the people, because the people are the ones that voted them in, and they are the government. If you really want to say it, they are the government, because democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Thank you.
So sorry, Mr. McCreary, I want to quickly address something. Andrew, which just sent in a message.
Okay.
That sorry, you can see the condition of those
It's not the one. It's not the one. So you can see the condition of the people.
The people who are supporting Ashiwa.
What is James Manning? What he was trying to say is that the vulnerables who are supporting, the money meant for them should be given to them. I didn't finish reading it. Are you getting me? It's here. Stop arguing with me. It's here. Don't worry.
Anyway,
That's what it sent. It's here. You see, I can see it.
sure, just
Okay, I can bring it out.
Okay.
I can see the conditions of people supporting President Bola Tinubu. The money should go to the right places. Let Nigerians benefit from it. That is what James Manu has written here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, don't forget about Showore. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 48 hours. I think it has brought about.
When I was telling the viewers, they thought maybe I'm bragging or I'm just talking of cocaine story. I'm not cocaine story. Okay. So we can see everything about processing. So for now, what in Nigeria, what Mr. President is all about now is all about to sustain Nigeria from the crisis. That's definitely people should just learn that Nigeria is too big for an individual to be doing rehearsal. You cannot use Nigeria to do rehearsal. You cannot use Mr. President to do rehearsal. Okay? If whosoever think it, we can do that anywhere. Even by court, you are aware that I've once arrested somebody here, and the DPO asked me to detain him. By using a foul language against Nigeria and against a particular tribe, and at the verge of that, it can lead to a war whereby there will be bloodshed. So when we understand all these things, we need to apply wisdom in whatsoever we want to see in the public. Okay, so I think Showore, this is just the starting of the journey. I need to learn from his past mistake and his present mistake.
All right, thank you so much, Adebayo. All right, you're supposed to go. You're supposed to end the program now. You were there before.
We are together.
All right, good morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Mike.
All right, you've been following us, right?
Yes.
So, what take on what we've been discussing?
My take is that a lot has happened in River, but the most important thing, I'm happy this morning, the governor is back. Let him forget whatever happened in the past and take the state to the next level for peace, for the sake of peace, to reign in River State. A lot has happened, but since he's back, let him maintain the peace for the River State people to enjoy his presence. That's my take on Rivers.
All right, thank you.
God will bless all of us. See, we always look for the truth. Say the truth will set you free. But we are happy because peace is number one orientation. Where there is no peace, there is no liberty. So it's a good development. Let the atmosphere, let the rivalry group, let them come together and make River a great state again. Where Nigeria, we are expecting good news. We are expecting good
news. What did he do well by restating Fubara? By bringing him back?
For me, it's in the right direction. Yeah, you have to bring it back. Because according to you see, it's two wrongs never make it right. Okay. You understand? Two wrongs never make it right. You have to one right and one wrong. They must agree together. So at the end, you make wrong. At the end, you make right. So let us see what will happen in the future. And we are praying for goodness because we want Nigeria to be happy again. That is my stake because that's the priority.
On the cash transfer, have you seen anything?
To me,
are you among the poorest of the poor?
I'm in Nigeria. I doesn't belong to that language because that language is for Starlink statement. You see, they are exposing themselves every day. You can't buy us. Your will say that will be done at the heaven and the head. Give us these days our daily bread.
Forgive us
our
trespasses.
Forgive those
who trespass against us and lead us not the temptation.
See, can you see the language? It's the direction, the direction of the light. Like this way, you are giving us for Starlink statement. You can't do it. It's so realistic. We are the son of the living God. We know the truth. See, if you say, we know what you say. The president is not saying the reality. See, God, let us stand up. What can I look what I do? If what I do, now go make a fool for me. If I don't do well, nobody say you are trying to buy Nigeria for backyard because you have trillions of looted money. They loot Nigeria. You want to buy us? It's impossibility. It can't possible because Nigeria don't have because Nigeria have I like Nigeria because Nigeria is not accommodated. As I say, this hungry must take it by force. Otherwise, we go die. And we can't die like that. No people are there every day. See, frank, maybe before you, man, see you understand. See, let us be frank. See, the reality of ground that people are dying on daily basis because of the selfishness and the sadness and the wickedness in the part of the government. They don't even know who we are. They don't really care about us. If they care, there should be the reduction of the suffering. Reduction.
Yes.
Reduction. See, when you say reduction, you know that inside 10, you don't come out to remain 8. But now, increase.
Increase more.
Okay, what about everybody money? Say, go a lot. You don't collect 55,000, 100,000. Wait for Tinubu. It's not possible anymore.
85,000 I cannot buy back.
It's not possible anymore.
What did you say, sir?
It's not possible.
85,000 I cannot buy a bag of rice.
85,000.
Yes, and some
I cannot buy a
ingredients
bag
to
of
put.
rice now.
How many months you eat it?
I think the price of bag of rice has dropped.
And how much is a tomato and the others? Are you going to eat the rice ordinary?
Imagine.
You can that 5,000 pay your house pay, school fees. How much? I mean, my brother, hey, is a chicken change. Like me, I spend 7,000 every day for my family.
You even try.
I spend 7,000 every day, and I don't have tangible things, but I have to make sure that they feed.
So that's how you try by managing it.
Okay.
7,000.
Okay, I'm talking. In 5,000 naira, how much is 7,000 times 1 month? Is it 1 month salary or 2? Let them keep that money in their pocket and give us freedom.
You understand?
We demand for freedom.
All right, so freedom is the answer. See, how long must we be paying for our freedom?
All right, thank you so
God
much,
bless all of you.
everyone. I
God
really
bless you.
appreciate
God
your
bless you.
contribution this morning. All right, viewers all over the world, we appreciate your contributions this morning. To Mrs. Enoma or Sade, sorry, we won't be able to take you this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. This is Enoma Osadia all the way from Germany. She's here with us. Thank you for joining us this morning. There's a Chima, Big T Prince, Daddy, and now I do not know. So thank you to you, Sof Abiodun. We appreciate you. To Andrew Gujimi Kingeri, the Palace of the Palace, we say thank you. Patrick Iguano, we appreciate you as well. 7-11 also joined us. Thank you, Gladys Oyabo. We appreciate you. Great Ben. Adusi, Jacobia, Nathaniel Abu. We appreciate all of you, all of you. Also, Jacob Adedeji in New Jersey. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Oh, we'll be able to take you as well. Back here tomorrow. Come, you've been standing there since, right?
I was waiting for someone.
You're waiting for someone.
I was listening to
Don't worry. I will take you tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much. All right. Viewers all over the world. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.